G'day C3 parents, I'm your host Karien Pitout and welcome to the conversation. How do I get my kids to clean up their mess? In this video I'm going to discuss an easy way to teach our children to clean up their mess. And often the advice that's being given is take away their technology, take away their privileges, basically punish them for leaving a mess in their wake. And even the toy jail. Now, I personally have made use of the toy jail and I regret it because it's really not effective. It really doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and especially if your children have a lot of toys, out of sight, out of mind comes to mind. So, one of our strategies that we use is actually going from room to room. And this is usually very helpful at any age, and it helps the whole cleaning up process. Remember, even when you as an adult see a huge mess, you actually feel a bit overwhelmed, and sometimes we don't know where to start or where to finish, or what to do first. And it is actually skill that gets taught, and a lot of us have not been taught that. When we say, oh, clean up your mess, our kids don't really look at the spaces. They can see it's cluttered, but they don't know exactly what we mean by what is the mess. But when we get more specific and give more detail, then they know exactly what is expected of them. That's actually one of the reasons our children struggle to clean up their mess, because we are not specific enough. Instead of saying clean up the mess, you can say, hey, do you see that towel on the floor? Pick it up and please take it to the bathroom and hang it up. And we give them those kind of instructions. Under the age of 4, and this is very important, under the age of 4, one of the toy cleaning or strategies that you can use is a rotation system. We as a family actually used it and it was quite effective. We have certain toys that is out at all times. Legos, Duplos, blocks, building blocks, those kind of toys that always gets incorporated with other kind of toys that they play with or that they always enjoy playing with. And since it is not a fixed kind of thing, your building blocks, they can always use their imagination and create new spaces. So we always left that out for easy access and easy use. Then the rotation, what we did is toys like cars or their figurines or their dolls or those kinds of toys, we actually separated it into 3 different crates, equal amounts of each where possible, and then rotated. So at the end of every month, the toys that was out that month goes into its box and a new box toys gets taken out and they get to play with those toys. It made the toys last longer, and the whole out of sight, out of mind, the moment it felt like new toys every single time, and all the toys then got played with, which is one of the best ways to help our kids doing that. And why did we do that? The less toys they have to make a mess with, the less overwhelmed they are and the easier it is to clean up. Now, under the age of 4, I would recommend, instead of just saying, oh, you need to pick up the toys, you can actually start building the brain mapping of how do we approach a mess and how do we approach cleaning it up. So what we'll do is we'll say, all right, we've got cars, we've got figurines lying the whole, and Lego. So let's race and let's see who can pick up the most Lego. And then they go in between everything and pick up all the Lego and put it in the box. So there's no more Lego in the space that is lying around. And then we go to the cars and we clean up the cars, and then we clean up the figurines. And then I'll step back and say, hey, see, we have cleared up all the mess. Everything that was on the floor now is in its rightful spaces and we're fine. Another strategy that you can use, if you have a tile floor that has specific lines, obviously, then you can say, you see this row of blocks, all the toys or everything that's lying on the floor on this row of blocks, please pick it up and put it away. And that also helps them to compartmentalize the information or the mess and basically bring it down to easier to process quantities. And that is one of the steps that we take to help our children clean up a mess. When they're older than 4, we don't stop helping them, but we kind of move a bit back from the physically picking up the toys, but we will still narrate. Okay, let's check. Do you see any empty cups in your room? Alright, is there no empty cups? Great, let's look for this or let's look for that. And we still keep on breaking it down so that their brain can register, so they can learn, okay, what am I looking for? So in the beginning, under the age of 4, we specifically say, okay, we are picking up the cars. When we are older than 4, we are teaching them to search with their own eyes to find what they're looking for. And that way, we can actually have this whole process going. And the second strategy that we use is we literally go from room to room. Instead of saying, okay, run through the whole house and go get all the empty cups, we literally say, okay, go to mommy and daddy's room and go see if there's any empty cups, and bring them to the kitchen. And then they run to the room and they go see, and we also then, if they say, no, they can't see nothing, but we know that there are, we will give them a hint of, did you check the bedside table? Did you check under the bed? Did you check wherever? And then they will check and then they'll go. It is easy to keep them motivated to clean up the mess when they know what they're looking for. It is easy to help them to clean up the mess. I hear you. There is the question about, you know, my kid kind of starts playing with the toys instead of cleaning it up. Yes, they do that. They get distracted. It is normal. What we usually do, and it has been significantly helpful, is to step into the conversation with them and say, oh, I see you've discovered this car. You know what? Let's put it on the bedside table. You can play with it as soon as we're done cleaning up the rest. And they actually do that. Then we focus, we clean up everything. So we disrupt their play, we get them to do what they want, but they've got permission then to play with the toy that they picked out to play with at that particular point in time. But what if it's most of the toys that they're supposed to pick up? Then they're not done playing. Then you can just say, alright, I'm giving you 5 more minutes to play, and then when the timer goes off, we're going to start cleaning up the mess because we need to get ready for dinner or we need to get ready to move on. And that's one of the strategies and ways that we actually get our children to clean up their mess. So I hope you enjoyed the conversation today. Drop us a comment down below, subscribe, hit that like button, share it with your friends. We'd love to chat with you and we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a beautiful day, stay safe and wear your masks.